depending on people who know and who can be effective and do it. And that's us. That is our responsibility to do that. It is the time now. Now is the time, okay? It is, being a Scientologist, people are turning to you, so you better know it. You better know it. And if you don't, go and learn it, But don't pretend you know it or for, whatever. It's like, we're here to help. I mean, if you're a Scientologist, you see life, you see things the way they are. In all its glory, all of its complexity. And the more you know as a Scientologist, you don't become overwhelmed by it. And they said, so, like, have you met an SP? I looked at them, and I thought, what a beautiful thing, because maybe one day it'll be like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day it will be that. Wow, SPs, like, they'll just read about those in the history books, The thing is, I just go through that tech, and it's literally, it's not how to run from an SP. It's PTSSP, how to shatter suppression, confront shatter suppression. You apply it, it's like, boom. Because they don't come up to me and do that. They won't do it to me. Not to my face, or anywhere in my vicinity where they feel they can be confronted, It's not doing it. Look, I wish the world was a different place. I'd like to go on vacation and go and romp and play and just do that. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I want it to be, okay? That's how I would, there's times I'd like to do that, but I can't, because I know. So, I have to do something about it. It's not, you can sit here and wish it was different, and then you look at it and you go, okay, this is it. All right, okay, and there's that moment where you go, I have to do something, don't I? Yeah, I really have to do it, because I can't live with myself if I don't. And that really is it. I don't care if someone thinks it's hard or easy. You see, you're either helping and contributing everything you can, or you're not. Okay? Because I'm carrying my load. All right? And only that, as much as I'm carrying, I still feel like I got to do more. All right? There's still a thing of, let's go. You can just see the look in their eyes. You know the ones that are doing, and you know the spectators who are the ones that are going, well, it's easy for you, or what am I doing? And it's just, that thing is, I've canceled that in my area. It's like, man, you're either in or you're out. That's spectatorism, and it's something that is, we have no time for it now. So it's our responsibility to educate, create the new reality. We have that responsibility to say, hey, this is the way it should be done, because we do it this way and people are actually getting better, and let's get it done. Let's really get it done and have enough love, compassion, and toughness that you're going to do it, and do it right. And I have to tell you something, it is, it's rough and tumble, and it's wild and woolly, and it's a blast. It's a blast. It really is fun, because damn it, there is nothing better than to going out there and fighting a fight, and suddenly you see things are better. I want to know that I've done everything I could every day. And I think about those people out there who are depending on us. And I think about that. And it does make me feel like, man, there's, we got more work. I need more help. You know, get those spectators either in the playing field or out of the arena. You know, that's how I feel about it. I do what I can, and I do it the way I do everything. There's nothing part of the way for me. It's just...
A Scientologist can be defined by a single question. Would you want others to achieve the knowledge you now have? In answering that question, Tom Cruise has introduced LOH technology to over 1 billion people of Earth. And that's only the first wave he's unleashed, which is why the story of Tom Cruise, Scientologist, has only just begun.
LRH has given us study technology, he's giving us a data series, he's giving us PTSS Tech. We have the ability to improve conditions, to see the realities, to be able to fight and have the courage to be able to crush these guys.
Specifically, psychiatric drugs at the core of all education failures, and which were wreaking violence across American schoolyards. Spelling out the links, he dropped letters in the laps of the 100 most powerful people in media and education. And then again, right to the top.
We were able to work with the Food and Drug Administration and talk to them a little bit about this and raise some questions. And sure enough, about 3 or 4 months later, the cover of Time magazine, are we drugging our kids too much? And yes, of course, we are. And we have to do something about it.
And that started an avalanche, with legislation in states across the U.S., an outright ban in the U.K., and the FDA finally mandating black warning labels on psychopharmaceuticals. But when it comes to whole track suppression, Mr. Cruise doesn't only hit them at the flanks.
Not only has Tom Cruise personally toured more people through CCHR than anyone I've ever known or seen, but he also has gotten people that he knows to do the same thing.
Tom is more involved in CCHR than any other Scientologist that I've come across in my 27 years.
Oh, I'm going hard at those guys. I'm going to end their reign. You know, these psychiatrists, I've had it. Absolutely had it. It's disgusting to me.
We actually have an easier time getting people off heroin than methadone or these psychiatric drugs, and I've worked very diligently to educate people about this.
How they can justify it and how it suddenly becomes this reality of it's okay, you know, because other people can't confront it.
Psychiatry doesn't work. You look at the things that psychiatry has brought to society. We now are living in a time where we spend over $700 billion a year on education, psych-driven, and where are we?
Okay, you know what? Go to guns. I just had it. Absolutely had it.
They can't call it disease because if they did call it disease, they would have to prove, medically what these things are. You know, this whole thing about chemical imbalance. Well, they can't prove any of that.
And no mercy. None.
Then there's the backstage briefings to reporters in the afterglow of set lights.
CCHR on the website. I'm telling you, when you study the history of psychiatry and the effects and who these guys are, that's crimes against humanity.
At which point, at least 50 million more were reading why Tom Cruise wants psychiatry outlawed.
I remember I was doing an interview with someone, a young lady, and she said, "So, I really want to understand who you are." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, I'm a Scientologist." And she goes, yes, no, but I want to understand who you are." I said, no. You better read about, go read about what Scientology is.